Hello and welcome to the first episode of Pokemon Amethyst version. This is another hack of Pokemon Fire Red, like the one I last played on this channel, but unlike Pokemon Fire Red Delta, this is not my own hack, and rather it was done by a team of competent developers. It may be controversial, but I am playing this game on mute and then I'll be inserting music into it later like I did with my previous video, because I like playing with speed up, honestly, and I don't like having to listen to sped up music, so I'll just be cutting out the music altogether. This game does have custom music, but it is just GBA ports of the Gen 5 soundtrack, which I like. I like the Gen 5 music, but I don't like hearing it sped up, so if that angers you, I'm sorry. I have played through the intro of this game, but that's it. Like, I just played it to confirm that the game functions and that OBS can record it, quality assurance. But other than that, it's completely blind. I'm aware of the settings that I would like to change, but I have no idea what the gym leaders' teams will be, or rivals' teams, or anything like that, so it's all completely fresh to me. And I will be playing in hard mode. I feel like the audience will surely love listening and watching... Wait, I didn't mean to say that. The audience will surely love watching me struggle against a hard gym leader fight. For sure, for sure. I thought about this when I playtested the first, 10 minutes of the game, and I think I'll go with the Galar starters, since I don't really have much experience playing with any of them, and this option just lets you skip straight to getting your starter, which I don't want to do. I at least want to, go through the tutorial together, the intro to the game, but I will brush past it because it's very standard. Your rival, who is a decent enough dude, goes to tell you that the champion is here, and this is your opportunity to talk to him. And then you talk to the champion, and the champion's like, "Oh, yeah, let's give these kids some Pokemon," and that's it. No noteworthy dialogue from any of the NPCs in town. We just go. There's the champion and the professor, and the professor's like, y'all are bothering us." The champion's like, "No, y'all are not bothering us." And the champion's like, "Why don't we give him some Pokemon?" Professor's like, I don't know. How do their parents feel about it? The only responsible adult in the vicinity of this entire village. And so now we have to go back to our house after picking up this extremely crucial Oranberry that I'm sure will come in useful later. I also noticed that we have access to grass before we have access to a Pokemon, but it's no big deal because that grass is purely aesthetic until we actually get our starting Pokemon. So then we go back to our mom and ask if we can go on an adventure with Pokemon, and she's like, "Sure." So then we see our rival, and he's like, "Yeah, my mom said I can." And so we go back, talk to the professor, and he's like, "Yep, choose one of 3 Pokemon," and then our rival's like, "Oh, I have an Eevee already, I don't need a Pokemon. It's gonna make my journey special to deny you of your generous offer." And then I save, because I may have to reset for good nature. I did choose hard mode, so I don't feel bad about it, and then I choose Scorbunny. As far as nicknames go, I thought about it a little bit. I think I'll go with manga that I'm reading, and so Fire Punch is a manga that I haven't started yet, so it's technically not exactly a manga that I am reading, but I'll be reading it soon, so it's fine. My, look at the time. It's time for an adventure. Actually, it's time for an initial rival battle. And so we get to Ember, our rival's Eevee. To the point of submission. Quiet Nature, not sure what that does. It actually lowers special attack and raises speed. that's gonna suck while we're still relying on Ember in the early game, but I think it'll pay off in the long run. Cinderace is a very fast Pokemon, so that'll just help us get more advantages in speed later on. Ouch, that attack kind of hurt because of all the tail whips, but it's fine, we still win very easily, and now we learn Ember. And can we go in this cave yet? Danger. Ooh, how scary. Okay, we can go inside, but there's not much to do. Just a Bonsly. I feel like this is a tile error. This tile that I'm standing on right now should have a top. It should have a rim. That's fine. I mean, it's a very minor thing. It could even be a stylistic decision that I'm just not picking up on. It's just that as an amateur novice ROM hacker myself, it's hard not to pick up on these types of things. And since I did playtest this game a little bit, I know this guy has a Bidoof. But that'll be very easy to take care of. Yeah, nothing too, avant-garde in this ROM hack so far. I haven't interacted with this, but I'm pretty sure it will be a Sandygast at some point. You can see that TMs are colored yellow, which is a really nice addition. I'm glad they introduced that in, I think, Sun and Moon? No, it was in X and Y that they did that. Really nice change. But yeah, other than that, that's it for Route 1 until we can come back and surf. But here's the destination that we're supposed to be at, and here's an Aspear Berry. Like I said, I did test this game like, I don't know, an hour or two ago as I was preparing to record. But yeah, I spoke to all the NPCs. They don't offer much of anything interesting. So we just go into the professor's lab, collect the Pokedex, and make our way back to the starting town, where the commotion up north will have cleared up. And by that time I figured, okay, this game functions. Doesn't have any very obvious game-breaking bugs, so I think it's good. Earn gym badges, fight the champion, wonderful, yes, great, excellent, okay. And now we're free. I'm like happy that the game has a pretty brisk tutorial. It's not like Sun and Moon where you have to go through 50 cutscenes and, the professor and your rival are haranguing you the whole time, but I don't know, it would be nice to have something a bit more engaging, like Pokemon Dreamstone Mysteries, for example, frames the whole intro as you applied to a lab and the professor suddenly went missing, and also their mysterious MacGuffin item also went missing, and you have to track it down. I thought that was a pretty cool and interesting way of framing the intro to a Pokemon game. But this is fine too. I mean, I'm not critiquing this particular game's choice of intro or anything like that. Although in Rattata did kind of give me a hard time. I wonder if we can heal back at our house. Yes, we can. Alright, great. Yeah, I think in the original Pokemon Yellow, depending on how you fare against your rival in your repeated battles, his Eevee will evolve into something different. And I'm not sure if this game works the same way, where like losing against your rival in a battle at some point may change what the Eevee evolves into. Or maybe it's like the starter choice that determines that, but I don't know. It would be pretty interesting to see a dynamic system like that, where if you're just stomping your rival every time, it evolves into something that can beat your team, I'm not sure how you would program that. Maybe you just like give the rival a super strong and fast Espeon or Sylveon that spams like Hyper Voice or Psychic. Okay, I'm at the very start of my playthrough of Pokemon Fire Red Delta, I pointed out that there's a hidden antidote that I always grab in the tree in Viridian Forest, and I'm just reflexively checking for antidotes in the trees. It may have looked strange, but that's why. I'm justified, I promise you. I'm not like some maniac who just always tries to talk to trees wherever I see them. It's just in Viridian Forest. And I suppose this forest. Alright, Cherry Berry is nice. I am appreciating the hidden items. They are berries, which, if you've seen my last playthrough, you know that I probably will never use, but who knows? I mean, I did choose hard mode, so maybe I actually will have to use them. I'm not seeing any Pokemon in the wild that I'm interested in adding to the team right now. I think Cutiefly was an encounter in the same area where we got our starter. Oh, I think this is, yeah, this is Fungus. That's pretty interesting, but Fungus is infamously slow. Do I want this Fungus? I don't know. If it effect spores me right now, then I don't know. I guess it's good to have more Pokemon on your team, right? So I guess I will catch this Fungus. But whether or not I use it permanently on my team... Oh, this ROM hack includes the quality of life feature where you can take Pokemon's items after you catch them. That's interesting. I haven't read the manga, but I have seen the anime, and Sabikui Bisco is about a fungus that can eat rust. I think that's what Sabikui means. It's pretty cool, and so I'll name it that. I am nicknaming off the top of my head, so if they come off as cringe, that's your fault and not mine. My nicknaming skills are literally unparalleled. And we just, yeah, this is the nice thing about having a fire-type starter early game, is that you can just bulldoze the early game bug types with Ember. Impish Nature, Effect Spore, yeah, that's unfortunate. I kind of hope this game includes an ability patch so that we can change that to the infinitely more useful Regenerator, but if not, it's fine. Okay, we got a Rossberry. We could use that on Sabikui right now, but I don't want to. We're not in any immediate danger of losing right now. In fact, this forest seems... I love Shroomish, dude. I love Shroomish. Shroomish is so good. I love Breloom. Breloom is Breloom is probably my top favorite Pokemon of all time. I completely forgot what I was saying before that. Yeah, Breloom is great. It gets just its design has the perfect combination of cute and cool. Its move pool is great. It gets access to 2 great abilities in Technician and Poison Heal. It's so fun to run like Sub Punch and just demolish everything with its huge attack and the crazy base power of Focus Punch. Okay, well, I mean, I think that sign is probably hinting that this is a Fungus, but I don't mind. I'll fight it anyway. Yeah, I don't know. If nothing else, I may just add a Shroomish to my team. This one must have pretty high special defense if it can survive Ember, so I'm going to try to catch it. Now I already used my mushroom-themed nickname, and I don't know any other mushroom-themed manga, so I have literally no idea what I'll name this thing. Let me pause, consider nickname, and I'll get back to you. Alright, I decided to name our Breloom Gachi Akuta. You may have seen the anime, but I started reading the manga before the anime got popular, so that's my justification. I'm really hoping that it has really either ability other than Effect Spore, but realistically it's probably just going to be Effect Spore. And I realistically should be switch training. Jolly Nature is pretty good actually. Poison Heal, ah, lovely. Just what I was hoping for. Although we can actually be poison powdered by the Shroomish, so we won't see it activate unless Effect Spore kicks in, which it doesn't, but that's fine. I'm just really happy we got the good ability. But yeah, other than that, we are running low on HP, so I kind of hope that the exit is near. There is an exit to the south, but I think this exit to the north looks a bit more interesting. There might be a hidden item. No, okay. That would have been a perfect spot for one. Let's see. Rodanzi City ahead. Do I want to go here? Maybe. Let's see. Okay, well there's our rival. So this is probably where we're supposed to go, which means that I don't want to go here yet. I think I want to check out what's to the south. And also we need to go back and heal, just in case our rival challenges us to a fight. And now is really not a good time to switch train. I think I have to sack Gachi Akuta here. I might just wipe, actually. I shouldn't have been so careless. Okay, that's fine. Fire Punch thankfully saves us. Oh, I think that was the wrong way. I was trying to see what's south, but I guess this is a good excuse to run back to our home. Anthra Town. Very suspiciously similar sounding to Anthrax Town. I hope that doesn't happen. I mean, if I lived in a place that was one letter off from Anthrax, I would be pretty concerned. Oh, it looks like that entrance to the east is actually where that gateway leads us. So it leads us to like a higher ledge. Is that for backtracking purposes, or is there an item up there? I don't know, I'm really itching to find out. And I should probably lead with Gachi Akuta, but I'm just worried that it won't be able to outspeed. And then we'll lose HP if we fail to run away. Yeah, okay, we get a TM. And it's Infestation. Is that useful right now? No, it's not. I like the little preview window for TMs. It saves you the effort of having to click through to your party every time you want to teach a TM. Very nice quality of life feature. But okay, I think with the rival fight potentially incoming... Oh, I should also point out that you can nickname your team members from the party screen. That's also a nice quality of life feature. With a rival fight potentially coming in, I think I will lead with Gachi Akuta. Oh, fine, perfect timing. I found a rare Pokemon, but I'm having a hard time catching it. Can I have 5 Pokeballs? I'll make it worth your while. Okay. Here, take this. It's the least I can do. I think he just gave us 2,000 bucks for 5 Pokeballs, which that's kind of robbery. Like, there's no way $2,000 is not enough to buy 5 Pokeballs. We just got a really good deal on that. Okay, there's an item up there that we need Surf for. Rookie D. Corviknight is a really solid Pokemon. Okay, this sign is literally just telling us that Magikarp is not the only thing you can catch with an Old Rod. Okay, there's a hidden item here, Rare Candy, that's nice, and this item is Elax Incense. In case we really get stuck in hard mode and have to rely on accuracy scumming. Okay, here's where we get a rod that the sign was telling us about. There's a very conspicuous item there. Soda Pop. I'm not going to start singing anything. If that's disappointing to you, then I'm sorry. There's a trainer school here. I guess I will check that out since the trainer school in Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald has the Quick Claw. Non-profit educational facility. Wow, I didn't know that the Pokemon world supported communism. Actually, it has free healthcare as well. Free healthcare, free education, wow. That's insane. Also, I saw this NPC mention CFRU, yeah, okay. That's a bit of a wall break. I'm not sure if this NPC should be mentioning the game's engine. That's fine. It's fine. It is what it is. Books. This nerd is studying. Ugh, who even needs that? I already know what CFRU is. I have played ROM-X with it before, but maybe these trainers will battle us? No, they just give us little tidbits of advice. You can use L to throw the last Pokeball. Yeah, we saw that before when we were catching Gachiakuta. Yeah, and this is just basic information. When you lose all your HP, you faint. That's crazy. I think one of my favorite gags in a Pokemon game was related to like a tidbit from a random NPC like that. The NPC was telling you that it was something like top secret information. Pokemon have types. But that NPC was placed all the way at the end of the game. It's just really funny to put that basic of a piece of information that you definitely would have figured out all the way at the end of the game. That's pretty funny. Wait, what happens if we say no to this guy? Okay, that's fine, that's fair enough. Also, one thing I forgot to do is move my text speed to fast. This city is sprawling, it's got a lot in it, but I'm not sure how much of the space here is actually useful, like how many of the NPCs actually tell you important information or give you useful items. And this guy is taking a note out of How from Sun and Moon. Yeah. Oh, this kid's brother is the grass-type gym leader. That's actually useful information. Although, could we have learned that from the sign? Terrence, the terrain Pokemon trainer. Okay, grassy terrain. We have Fire Punch, and all of our Pokemon resist grass-type moves. So, maybe we can attempt that right now. I mean, I'm kind of scared, right? Because it is hard mode, and this video is taking up a good bit of time already, so I think I'll leave it off here. Next time, we will take on the gym challenge, but until then, thank you for watching, and goodbye.